Hello everyone, my name is Kavina. Thanks for watching Kavina Talk and welcome to today's video. Underweight is one of the most undesirable forms of undernutrition. It has very negative health effects that can actually be irreversible. It affects all categories of people including children, pregnant women, lactating mothers, adolescents, and even the elderly, and therefore it needs to be overcome where possible. However, before we think of a solution to underweight, it is very important that we first get to understand the causes of underweight. In today's video, I'd like to share with you 10 top causes of underweight. First are the genetic causes. There are certain genes which people inherit from their parents. People with these genes cannot gain weight even when they eat a lot because they have a high metabolic rate compared to their counterparts who do not have these genes. These genes affect an individual's appetite, weight gain, as well as the metabolic rate. In this case, the food intake just has to be increased because the body burns much more food than it is able to store. The second cause of underweight is the presence of underlying illnesses. These illnesses lead to underweight despite adequate food intake, and this may include diabetes, malabsorption, food intolerances, ulcers, coughs, cancer, sickle cell disease, I beg your pardon, anemia, bacterial infections, yeasts, and fungal infections, viral infections, as well as hyperthyroidism, a condition in which the thyroid gland produces a lot of thyroid hormones whose high levels increase the basal metabolic rate of an individual, leading to weight loss. Additionally, some of these diseases cause nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which make it very difficult to gain weight, and others also cause a decrease in appetite. The third is closely related to the underlying illnesses, and these are parasitic infections and food poisoning. Some of these parasites include insect-borne parasites like plasmodia, then we have fungi, viruses, and parasitic worms. These parasites infect body systems including the cardiovascular and gastrointestinal systems, resulting in poor food intake, poor food absorption, and poor utilization of consumed food, leading to weight loss. Some bacteria cause food poisoning, which result in excessive diarrhea, loss of electrolytes, nausea, as well as vomiting. Then the fourth are the psychosocial factors such as stress, trauma, fear, and domestic violence, which suppress appetite, leading to weight loss. Some people tend to eat less when they are in stressful moments. And by the way, recent studies have indicated that boys are more likely to be underweight than girls because of stress, because they are more responsive to environmental stress compared to girls. The other one is inadequate food intake. Let's get this straight. Underweight is basically a result of food intake that cannot meet the body's energy demands. It may occur due to irregular feeding, food rationing, lack of nutrient-dense foods, okay? Then we have early introduction of children to weaning foods and complementary foods that have a lot of anti-nutrients such as phytates and tannins that actually decrease the absorption of vitamins and minerals. Some of these foods that have anti-nutrients in them include tea and foods that have a lot of fiber. Additionally, low food intake can also result from unavailability of food, poor affordability of food, and then also very restrictive diets in a bid to lose weight, intentional starvation, amongst others. Then the other one are eating disorders. They also do cause underweight. In this case, the victim may intentionally starve due to fear of gaining weight, or sometimes the person can eat and afterwards he or she finds a way of losing whatever food he or she has eaten through induced vomiting. People with eating disorders just fear gaining weight, and they do this by limiting food intake and doing a lot of exercises. I will explain more about eating disorders in one of the next videos. Then the other one is alcohol intake, smoking, and drug use. For instance, smoking exposes an individual to nicotine, which has anorectic effects. On the other hand, alcohol fills up the gut and suppresses appetite and hunger. The other one are allergies to food and food intolerances, whereby there could be hidden food allergies such as gluten, soy, and milk allergies, or intolerances for lactose and gluten, which may lead to malabsorption of nutrients, and all this results in underweight, and this is very common in children. The other one is medications. There are certain drugs, okay, that could interact with food or with some other drugs, and all these affect the intake of food. Some of them reduce the appetite, some of them induce vomiting, and others cause diarrhea, and all this leads to loss of weight. The final cause of underweight in this video is overtraining and exercise, whereby an individual engages in too much exercise without corresponding food consumption. And this imbalance is what causes him or her to be underweight. Well, in summary, the causes of underweight are multifactorial. They include genetic, physiological, behavior, as well as socioeconomic factors. If you have liked today's video, hit the like button and share it with anyone who might need this information. Thanks for watching Kevina Talk. Bye bye for now.